You're listening to the SS Experience on S&G.
Recording in progress.
What up, though? You listen to the SS Experience stream on the S&G Podcast Network app. Download the S&G Podcast Network app on all your Apple devices. Android, getting to you. Listen to SS Experience wherever you get podcasts like Amazon Music, Samsung Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn Radio, the usual suspects, Spotify, and the iHeartRadio app. Rate, review, subscribe, re-rate, re-review, resubscribe, download, unsubscribe. Keep that process going over and over and over again so the algorithm can continue to be popping out here in these digital streets. All right, man. So a lot of stuff to get into. I have to give you guys an older person moment real quick. You know what I'm saying? Can't hang as much as I used to, you know what I'm saying? But I was too comfortable. But before we get into that, though, definitely want to give a special shout out to the sponsor that we got on deck right now, Big Drip. You can probably see the logo somewhere over there. Yep, somewhere over there. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the drinks that's made and created by Carly Red down here in Atlanta. Real fire drink right there. I mean, I love the drink. When I go to a lot of places and bars or whatever, I put them on the Big Drip. You know what I'm saying? Let them know, like, hey, I need to get this up in here, man. You'll get the whole club tipsy. You know what I'm saying? No Chingy, no Shabusi. You know what I'm saying? But we get the whole club, or Jaquan, excuse me. I said, whatever. Trying to give it. We all know where Shabusi got the song from. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there, though. So we get everybody right. We get everybody lit. You know what I'm saying? And it's a real good, smooth drink. It's not too overbearing. It's a nice, smooth vibe, nice grape flavor, affordable, real great. You know what I'm saying? So normally can drink, 1.5 cans. I'm not a lightweight because, again, I'm called Henny Hardaway, but I'm not a lightweight, but 1.5 cans, especially when I'm off a little bit of gas. Man, you talking about like a fun, cool night that doesn't even give you that hangover at the end of the night type stuff. You know what I'm saying? We be like, I drunk too much. Not even like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's real cool. So the link, well, not the link, the website where you can order the drinks, you know what I'm saying? If you're outside of Atlanta, it's down there, you know what I'm saying? So go ahead and type that joint in, and you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, order you some. If you're down here in Atlanta, we got another another website right there too. So if you pull it up, you be like, oh, I stayed down the street from this liquor store. Go ahead, pull up, you know what I'm saying? Let them know, you know what I'm saying, that Shaheed, aka Henny Hardaway, put y'all on game, you know what I mean? And enjoy yourself some Big Drip, man. It's a very good drink, man. Definitely love, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it because, you know what I'm saying, I'm getting paid to say it. I'm saying it because before I was paid to say it, I enjoy the drink. And that's why I'll say it for free if I had to, but business. But I love the drink nonetheless. Go ahead, get yourself some Big Drip. You'll thank me later. Trust me, easy. Especially if you're in college, you'll love it. All right, so something that made me feel old, but it wasn't my fault. Jake Paul Tyson fight was yesterday, and I was ready. I was ready for this joint. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, we get to see Iron Mike back in the ring. Let's get it. Now, normally I don't watch boxing matches, like the undercards and all of that, because I'm not in today's boxing, I'm not that much of a fan of it. But I was like, it's a Friday night. I ain't got shit to do. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no hoes. I ain't got nowhere to go. Let's go ahead and just watch this game. You know what I'm saying? So I fired up the projector, you know what I'm saying, on the big, you know what I'm saying, wall, you know what I'm saying? Had about 70 some, you know what I'm saying, inches, you know what I'm saying, no diddy. You know what I'm saying? We watching the fight. So, we watching the undercards, you know what I'm saying? Fights was good. It was cool, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people were saying, like on Netflix, they was having streaming issues, like going in and out, pausing and all this other stuff. And I kind of knew that because I don't stream stuff on sites. Like, nah, I have a third party site. But the third party site has to still stream from the original. So basically what that means is, even though I'm not, on Netflix watching it, the person who is streaming off the third party site, they have Netflix, and it was just choppy, and it was just all the way fucking bad. So I'm watching a lot of people on IG and Twitter, you know what I'm saying, talking about Netflix. Y'all need to get this shit together. Y'all better get this shit together before Christmas, because we know Netflix is going to be broadcasting Christmas games, you know what I'm saying, on Netflix, which again is, it's in a way, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? So I'm watching it, and it's glitchy or whatever, but I'm still in tune. Shout out Antonio Brown. I don't really like to plug too many people, but shout out Antonio Brown, good old AB. On his Twitter, he was, he was in the suites in AT&T Stadium, and he did all of us a solid. He filmed that bitch, off his phone. Kind of like how the person had to film Angel Reese's first preseason game on an iPhone. Shout out to Antonio Brown. If in post-production, if we can get the round of applause going. Thank you, AB. Thank you, AB. He held it down. I was in the stream when it was about like 400,000, and that shit kept creeping. One of his mans was like, "Yo, we gonna hit 2 million." At first, I'm thinking 2 million. That's kind of a stretch, you know what I'm saying? But with as many people who complained about it, and as many people retweeted it, amongst myself as well, he ended up reaching like 2 million views. Elon, cut that man that check. You know what I'm saying? He did you a solid. Once he hit that 2 million, though, it seemed like the servers, whatever was going on, started being glitchy too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm laid up in the bed watching the shit. And like I said, man, I just fell asleep. Because the match before the Tyson match was the two women. You know what I'm saying? Which that was a robbery right there. That Trump being president is giving white people privilege already. You don't believe me? You probably watched that fight. I don't know what she was, but let's just say the non-white woman boxer was giving that white girl the business. A lot of those decisions was kind of crazy. Like the first one, a split draw. I'm like, what the fuck is a split draw? Again, like I said, I'm not a boxing aficionado. I know when a nigga get knocked the fuck out. I know when it's a technical knockout. I know when it's by decision. I've never heard split decision before. I mean, if I'm bugging, like, can somebody in the chat, if you're watching this clip on IG, Twitter, TikTok, whatever, let me know if you ever heard of a fight be a split draw. Because like I said, I'm not a boxing aficionado. I don't know. So after the two ladies fight, you know it was gonna take some time. You know what I'm saying? Because they gotta amp that shit up. You know what I'm saying? They gotta play music. They gotta make sure everybody's ahead in the game. So I knew it was probably gonna be like about like a 30-some minute wait in between that time or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But the Netflix stream was fucked up, so you couldn't hear the boxing commentary from the panel. They had Cedric the Entertainer out there. They had fucking Andre Ward looking like Jalen Hurts. I forget that British chick name that be from overseas that always be doing the boxing not post-game show, but be at the desk and shit, you know what I'm saying, between fights, whatever. I forget her name. She fine as fuck, by the way, but she was there. So obviously if somebody's streaming live in the arena, you don't get all that extra shit that you get with TV. You just watching the ambiance. So his stream was messed up because he hit 2 million, and I guess it couldn't take it. And the Netflix, the third party streaming set off, that shit was all crazy. So I ended up falling asleep. I wake up, I'm like, dang, fight's over? Fuck it. I was gonna wait until a certain time of the day to go back and try to watch or whatever. I heard Mike Tyson lost. I don't know how he lost. I just heard he lost. And I was sad by that because, man, I kind of wanted to see, Logan Paul, Jake Paul, Chris Paul, Cliff Paul, one of the Pauls. I don't give a fuck. I want to see all them niggas get knocked out. But Tyson was 31 years older than him. You know what I'm saying? The last time that he fought was in 2005. And in that fight, he was gassed after a couple of rounds. So I don't know if you guys are impressed with Jake Paul or not. I don't know if y'all are disappointed in Mike Tyson or not. Because for me, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? You took advantage of a 30-year older individual in a boxing ring, and he hasn't boxed since 2005. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't boxed since 2005. And even though Paul, you know what I'm saying, Jake Paul be fighting MMA fighters who are strikers, boxers who are past their prime, basketball players, it's just a lot of motherfuckers that he fought. And you know what I'm saying? It just wasn't. I guess it's entertaining if you do it from the Floyd point of view of, I just want to see someone knock this motherfucker out. I guess that's the entertainment of it, but whatever. So I probably should have drunk a Red Bull. Or I probably should have just been like standing up, you know what I'm saying? Like, walked around, but I was just laid up in the couch, you know what I'm saying? I had my little drink. I had my little blunt, you know what I'm saying? And when I say little drink, I mean, man, that was a little drink. But when I say little blunt, no, I mean a good blunt. You know what I'm saying? That 68th type shit. And I just went to sleep, guys. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a big age and it be like that. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But if anybody else seen the fight, have any thoughts, opinions, and all of that, you know what I'm saying? Holla at your boy. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what's popping with the popping. You know what I'm saying? So a couple of stories that I do want to get into though, real quick. Again, let's just talk about some more ageism shit real quick, if y'all don't mind. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about some more ageist shit. Quick. So, OG, I don't know how you guys know of him. I know of him as the guy from Rap City, the guy from Rap City in the basement. They used to have the basement popping with the freestyles and all of that shit. A lot of you may know him as the guy that hosts a radio show on V103 down here in Atlanta. Big Tigger. You know what I'm saying? Big Tig. He announced that at his big ass age of 51, he's expecting his first child. Oh, how can we divvy and dive into this real quick? You know what I'm saying? 51 first child. Now, I know a couple of 51-year-olds that are having children. It's not their first child. You know what I'm saying? But let's, as I like to say, let's rewind a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Let's set the table first. You know what I'm saying? Before we dibble and dabble into that real quick. At 51 years old, depending on when the birthday is, the baby might pop out at 52. 20, let's say 10 years from then, he would be 61. 15, he'll be 66. At my age now, playing ball with my 15-year-old son isn't what it used to be. You know what I'm saying? When he was younger before I hit my big old age. So I know for a fact when his child, boy or girl, is 15, the fuck is Big Tigger going to do? Because the thing with children is you want to, I don't want to say you want to grow up with your children, but you want to feel more involved in the process. I know I was watching a couple of podcasts. They were talking about people even having children at 40. You know what I'm saying? First children at 40. I say it's irresponsible because of the first fact of, well, when they get to, want to play and move around, you can't do shit. You're already grandpa. I'll get back to you in a second. You're already grandpa at that stage. And you want to be going to pick up your kids from school. You want to be taking your kids, you want to go to the games and all that stuff. You already grandpa at that point. Like, there's somebody probably looking at Big Tig like, hey, Tig, what's going on, man? Which one of these is your grandkids? That's my son or that's my daughter right there. He's gonna look at Tig like, nigga, I remember you from the 90s. Nigga, it's 2025. You just now having a kid? Little shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then a lot of people will say, well, have a kid at a responsible age. Big Tig's been in the game since the 90s. At least the 2000s, he's a big enough age to be responsible enough to have a child. You know what I'm saying? Waiting until 51 is not the move. You know what I'm saying? For your first child. Now, obviously, like I said, you got, other kids and all of that shit. Cool, I'm with it. But I'm just saying, though. It's a big ass age. A lot of people got into the chat, you know what I'm saying, they was congratulated because everybody's not haters. People like to, show love and all of that stuff. All I'm just saying is like, when I lost my mom, Dukes, at 39, my age 39, not her, me at 39. That shit sucked. I know a lot of people have lost parents older than me, younger than me, but the mental toll that it took on me At 39, losing my mother was the worst. Imagine if that child loses their kid, their parent, his case, whatever, and they're like 12, 15. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even really get a chance to know your parent like that. You know what I'm saying? Like his kid is going to learn about his daddy or her daddy, Big Tigger, through the internet. You know what I'm saying? Rap City clips, the basement, and anybody else who can tell stories. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't gonna be there to tell the stories too much. You know what I'm saying? And when you're younger, you don't really give a fuck about the stories of your parents like that for real, for real. So I just feel like it's just a big ass age. Now, raising children is cool. I love it. You know what I'm saying? The one weekend I get to do it. You know what I'm saying? Screw my baby mama. But I love it nonetheless. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like when you grow up a plant. You know what I'm saying? You got the seed, you got the fertilizer, you got the dirt, you got the sunlight, you got the water, and you just watching it grow, and then you nurture it and you watch it grow and you watch it mature. And that's how kids is. You know what I'm saying? You give them a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You know what I'm saying? You see yourself in the kid, good, bad, or indifferent. For me, I try to correct the negative stuff that my son gets from me while, promoting the positive stuff that he gets from me. And it's just a beautiful thing. And I just can't imagine at a big age like 51 starting that process. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not thinking about the parent, I'm thinking about the child in that instance. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I didn't get a chance to really know my dad. You know what I'm saying? How old was your dad when they died? 60. I'm only 15. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, so that shit sounds crazy as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I lost my granddad. He was 68. I was 11. You know what I'm saying? So again, so think about that real quick. You know what I'm saying? I was 11 when my my grandpops died in 1994. You know what I'm saying? And my granddad was 68. I knew of him. I knew things that he was about. You know what I'm saying? He was a World War II veteran and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? He fucking, saved the country despite the fact being still called the nigga when he got back, which is one of the reasons why I will never go into the military. I do not. Nah, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to defend this fucking country and I'm still a nigga when I get back. Nah, I'm cool. Fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? This country can burn to hell for all I care. But my point is that I only know stories of my granddad, you know what I'm saying, from, like, things that my pops told me or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I didn't get a chance to really, granddad, what's good? You know what I'm saying? Like, what did you know? I'm 11. So imagine his child when it gets to that time and he passed away and they don't really know about your dad. It's just a sad thing. I'm just saying. No, I'm saying I'm not trying to shit on the whole process. Shout out to Big Tig, you know what I'm saying? Had a baby, you know what I'm saying? Make that shit great, you know what I'm saying? I 100% love it. I 100%, you know what I'm saying? Especially if it's a boy too, you know what I'm saying? He can feel like he's putting his stamp on the world because I think and I believe that the meaning of life is to produce life. Like there's no big grand scheme of you got to do this, you got to do that. And no, the meaning of life is to produce life. If you're here in this world and you don't leave anything to continue to grow the world, and again, I'm not trying to sound like JD Vance talking about cat ladies with no kids. And I'm not trying to do all that. I'm just saying for me, I feel the purpose of life is to produce life and leave something to the world. So, because think about it. If nobody had, because let's think about it like this. Trump's back in office. So, that abortion shit is dead. You know what I'm saying? So, how I've read a lot of articles, a lot of stories about, women dying because they couldn't get the procedures and all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? People was cracking jokes like, oh, nobody's getting no pussy, you know what I'm saying, from 2020 to 2024. Because shit, if anything accidentally happens and that woman wants to have an abortion, she's in one of those states, she ain't about to have one. And she could potentially die from the complications of not getting whatever medical treatment that she needs. That's going to kind of suck. So imagine a world where nobody's producing children. It's just everybody they big old ass age. The world is just going to go away. So that's why I believe that creating children or, producing life is the purpose of life. I could be wrong. I could be 100% wrong, but I'm not what's what I'm looking for. I'm not I don't know. I can't think of the word right now, but I'm not that. So it is what it is though. So let's go ahead and move on to another topic on the SS experience. Rate, review, subscribe, keep that process going over and over and over again so the algorithm can think that we popping out here in these digital streets. Denzel Washington mentioned or he revealed that in the new Gladiator that's dropping next weekend on November 22nd. If you haven't got your tickets, go ahead and get tickets. If you're like me, I'll probably watch it on my bootleg site, but it's going to be the bootleg version, kind of like back in the day with the CD bootlegs. So I'm going to have to eventually go to the theater to get the IMAX experience because it's going to be a dope movie. If you love the first Gladiator, this joint is going to be more gangster, you know what I'm saying? Because the first Gladiator did kind of focus on the king at that time, Caesar and all of that. But no, this new Gladiator is about to go hard. Denzel steals this shit. But he mentioned that there's a scene where he kissed a man, but that scene was cut from the film. Damn, Denzel. Damn, bro. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? I know like Will Smith kind of got some flack because he kissed a man in the movie and it's a lot of stuff like that. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. There is no amount of millions of dollars that will say you kiss a man, you get $1 million. Hell nah. You know how many jokes you're gonna get from that shit? And the reason I'm saying that is because Denzel, you could have just let that shit die with you, bro. You ain't even had to mention that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, that's still Detective Alonzo from Training Day, god dang it. You know what I'm saying? That's Malcolm X. Fuck, you got Denzel kissing a man in fucking Gladiator. Where does, like, in the concept of the movie Gladiator, which you can assume there's a gladiator, he fights, something happens, he gets sold into slavery, and if you see the skits or the previews or whatever, you know what I'm saying, you will be my instrument. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Where in all of that shit does Denzel have to kiss a man? Not fucking necessary. You know what I'm saying? But he did it, and he said it's not in the movie. Denzel, let that shit go in the grave, bro. We ain't need to know that shit. You know what I'm saying? We did not need to know that shit at fucking all. Can't wait to see the movie though. No cap. Cannot wait to see the movie. But you can't just Denzel, man. That's just it's so many jokes that you can say about that. You know what I'm saying? And again, this isn't, you know what I'm saying, the 90s or the 2000s where you can throw around the F word and all of that stuff. And you know what I'm talking about. It rhymes with bigot, but it begins with F. You can't really throw those type of words around because, you know, we got, you know, certain communities and things like that. And, you know, it's not a cool thing to joke about. But at the same time, if it's not in the, I mean, now let's say it was in the movie and we watch it and we see it. It's going to be one of those, oh, ooh, oh, whoa, type moments, right? But him mentioning that it was there and it wasn't, my two questions I would have. Who the fuck wrote that for him to do that? And who's the person that said, nah, we're not going to use it? Because think about it. If I was to do that, and again, keep in mind, like, I'm 100% against it. And you be like, yeah, we ain't going to use it, though. Why the fuck you asked me? I ain't going to say make him to, because ain't nobody put a gun to his head. But why the fuck was it in the script for me to do it anyway if we're not going to use it in a fucking movie? I'm still going to take that money. But again, like, and again, I'm saying if I was to, nah, motherfucker, you about to put this shit the fuck out there. I had to do this shit. But again, it's just weird. I just wouldn't want to do it, period. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, shout out to Denzel for, you know, being transparent about this shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's different if you're already gay. and it's two gay guys. And it's like, okay, that's what they do. Cool. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But when you a straight man with a whole wife and a whole situation or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You know, kids that are adults or whatever. Nah, that's dirty work. I'm sorry. That's dirt. That's ridiculous, dirty work. I ain't fucking with that. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be a good movie nonetheless, though. You know what I'm saying? Don't let me crack shit about Denzel kissing a man that's not on TV because it's gonna be a real dope show. It's gonna be a real dope movie. I cannot wait to see it. I wish my bootleg site had the director's copy already loaded up there. But as always, y'all know how the bootleg man is. Bootleg man's. I don't even know if the bootleg man has a camcorder anymore because you know technology is smaller now. I just wonder if he goes into the movie theater with an iPhone, it's be like this. Or maybe he has like a little tripod to hold on to, and he's just like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, guys, it's a thing. But like I said, I cannot wait to see Gladiator. I know it's gonna be a very, very good movie because Denzel said that before he retires, there's like a couple of movies that he want to do. I'm assuming this Gladiator is one. He's going to be in the third Black Panther movie. I didn't read about what his character was going to be. Was he going to be like another, you know, like a king, old school type situation or whatever? But he's going to be in that. So he did say there's a couple roles that he want to do before he retires, whatever. And can't lie, like I said, I can't wait to see it, man. Denzel is one of our greats. And no, I'm not going to do a top five because I'm mentally burnt. You know what I'm saying? But Denzel is definitely, one of those ones. You know what I'm saying? That when he does a movie, you got to go see. You got to, even if the movie ends up being a shitty movie, which I'm not saying Denzel has done in the past, but even if it does be shitty, you have to give him the benefit of the doubt. The only actor that doesn't get that benefit of the doubt is The Rock. He's in this trash ass Christmas movie where somebody kidnapped Santa. Then they got fucking Captain America in it. Chris Evans. He's supposed to be helping the motherfucking shit, but he's on the list. He's a naughty. The fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, The Rock, as much as we love Rock and wrestling as that character, everything else missed me with that. But Denzel deserves the benefit of the doubt of whatever he got going on. So shout out to Denzel. Last thing we want to run into real quick on the SS experience. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, re-rate, re-review, resubscribe, download. Keep that process going over and over and over again so the algorithm can continue to be popping out here in these digital streets. Eva Longoria said that she moved her and her family out of the country due to Trump being elected president. I cracked jokes about this plenty of times when Bush was elected twice, not HW, but just W, because I wasn't old enough to make that decision to move out the crib when HW was in office. But when W was in office twice, and when Trump the first time, I cracked jokes like, oh, we got to get the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Canada real quick and chill. You know what I'm saying? I bet you we can be illegal immigrants in Canada for 4 years and be chilling. And then we'll come back. You know what I'm saying? Eva Longoria, I forget what type of Spanish Latina she is. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and Google it real quick. I know it's probably going to say she's an American actress, but nah, where's she from for real, for real? Where her family from for real, for real? Yep, I knew they're gonna call her an American actress. Yeah. So we're not gonna say where she's from for real, or where her family from. Because I don't want to call her Brazilian or anything like that. I'm just gonna try to type this in real quick. Eva Longoria, where her family from. Just trying to get. I just want to be. Yeah. So they just gonna basically keep saying that she's an American or whatever. And I'm saying, oh, okay, her descendants. Oh, Mexico? No, she ain't go to Mexico. Fuck that. Anyway, she's out. Her family, they're out. I don't know if she has illegal immigrants in her family, and that's why she left. Or just like the way that I'm cracking jokes, like, bro, ain't nobody trying to deal with this Trump shit again for another 4 years. But when you have the money and the means to make that power move and that decision, hell yeah, get the fuck up out of here. You know what I mean? I was cracking jokes earlier when Trump got reelected. I was like, yo, find me one of them black British broads like Kiki Minaj, not Nicki Minaj, Kiki Minaj. If you don't know Kiki Minaj, I ain't going to explain to you who she is. If you know, you know. And if you don't, that's good for you. Know what I'm saying? Give me one of those black British chicks like Kiki Minaj. Send me to fucking London. I'll put a ring on it. Know what I'm saying? Give me one of those London UK visas. Get me the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying? But it's not gonna happen. I'm stuck in America just like the rest of you. But when you have like you got to think about how strong you have to be in your opinion that I'm going to move everybody up out of here and we out. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what city in Mexico or I don't like I said, I don't know if she's Brazil, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It ain't too many Spanish countries where it's like America. You know what I'm saying? Where you get you know what I'm saying, the shit. And obviously Puerto Rico is a US territory. You know what I'm saying? So you still technically are in America, even if you go to Puerto Rico. But like I said, bro, like it has to be that bad for you to be like, yo, we are the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying? To just be like just think about it real quick though. You know what I'm saying? Like Trump goes into office and you just like, man, you know what? We gotta go, yo. Like we gotta go. Cause everybody doesn't have the resources just to be like, all right, man, we the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. We'll holler back at y'all in 4 years, type shit. And for her to just, as a matter of fact, let me see if I can get some quotes real quick. Cause I don't want to just be rambling off the top of my head. But I do want to get some good quotes real quick. I don't trust all of you news sources real quick, but oh, the BBC. And I'm not talking about that BBC. Hollywood actress Eva Longoria has revealed that her family no longer lives in the United States and is splitting time between Mexico and Spain. In an interview with French magazine Marie Claire for its November cover story, Longoria attributed the decision to the country's changing vibe after the COVID-19 pandemic, homelessness, and high taxation in California, and the re-election of Donald Trump. She also acknowledges she was privileged enough to move, saying most Americans aren't so lucky they're going to be stuck in this dystopian country. I just read the article just now in real time, and I basically said all of those things. Everyone doesn't have the privilege to get the fuck up out of here. Her and her family is lucky to get the fuck up out of here. Now, my thing is this. She says that the country's changing vibes after the COVID-19 pandemic, which the COVID-19 pandemic was in 2020. I mean, obviously people couldn't bop around and all of that shit to do their thing with a dip or whatever. But at least for the past 2 years, you could have been gone. Homelessness and high taxation in California. Eva Longoria. I've only been to the state of California one time. I went to Los Angeles. It would have been a good time if I didn't over or underestimate jet lag. But I've seen the homelessness. Them people's been there for a very, very long time. They probably been there when you decided to start your acting career there. It's like it's out here. It's like this out here in Atlanta too, but in LA it's crazy. It's like dedicated areas. Not just under bridges or by bridges, but dedicated streets and areas where there's tents. And then, you know, California, LA is warm. So you can get away with it out there. You know what I'm saying? And the homeless people always been out there. High taxation in California. I mean, that's been like that since Ronald Reagan. Probably way before that. You know what I'm saying? Because they call it the sun tax. Oh, you motherfuckers want to come out here in California? Get this beautiful sunshine, get this beautiful weather where the lowest California will ever be is 60 degrees in the heart of winter. Come on, man. I would have understand if it was just a re-election of Donald Trump because of how he feels about, you know, obviously she said she's splitting time between Mexico and Spain. Mexico is an easy trip. Drive across the border. Spain, you're going to have to hop your ass on that plane. You know what I'm saying? So the re-election of Donald Trump, I would have understand that if that was like the sole reason. The other stuff, you could have been left. Cause them vibes was vibing after COVID. You know what I'm saying? And then homelessness and taxation, high taxation in California has been like that since probably the gold rush. You know what I'm saying? So I excuse me. She how can I say this? She's one of those fine ones though, too, man. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of hating on Tony Parker when they was married and shit back in the day. You know what I'm saying? She was kind of like at that time, she was on my top 5 list of women I couldn't wait to get a divorce. But she, she's Democrat. You know what I'm saying? So she votes like us. You know what I'm saying? She gets the vibes. She knows what's going on. I just wish she would have talked to more of her, Latino friends about this. You know what I'm saying? So if you watched our previous episode of the SS Experience, where we talked about the top 5 reasons Kamala Harris, lost the election to Donald Trump, instead of having Megan Thee Stallion out there, instead of having Cardi B out there, you should have brought Eva Longoria out there. Eva Longoria out there. You should have brought her out there to talk to the Spanish voters and got it right. Because those were the 2 people that she needed to get done. She needed to make sure that the white women was on deck, and she needed to make sure that the Latinos was on deck. Everybody else was going to be who they was going to be. The white man was going to be the white man and vote for the white man. The white woman could have voted for the black woman, but the white man scared the white woman into voting for the white man. The black woman voted for the brown woman. And I say brown, not Lucy, because I hate saying black, but anyway, they voted for Kamala Harris. And obviously, you know how niggas is, you know what I'm saying? Some of us will vote, some of us won't, and some of us still voted for Trump. And when I say us, I don't mean me. My state of Virginia. Oh, yeah, let me stand up real quick if I can. Probably can't because I'm in a chair that's riding high. National champs. Yeah. So we did what we had to do. We voted blue in Virginia. We held it down. It was the rest of you motherfuckers, know what I'm saying, that fucked that up. But anyway, sad to see Eva Longoria go. It's probably going to be a lot of privileged Latino people. Like I said, it's not just them. I said it about like 5 minutes ago. Everybody don't have the bread to just be like, yo, we about to get the fuck up out of here. Because a lot of times, now we got to get immigration status. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we could be like, hey, man, we seeking asylum. What you seeking asylum for? Trump. Oh, yeah, that motherfucker is on some bullshit. All right, we'll give y'all asylum. How much time y'all need? Just give us 4 years because he can't run again. You can give us less than that when he passes. Okay. You're allowed to stay in our country for 4 years or until Donald Trump kicks the bucket. Wait. I don't know about that one because JD Vance is a piece of shit too. You know what I'm saying? Can you just give us 4 years straight up? Okay, we can do that. 4 years. Good. Welcome to Ireland. Or whatever country you want to go to and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'll go to Jamaica. I'll go to the Dominican Republic. Like I said, I'll go to London, you know what I'm saying? Get that nice British vibes or whatever. I'll go to Amsterdam. I'll go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? I'll even go to Canada. I've been to Canada before. I spent a summer in Canada. No, I'm back in 2006 or 2007. I think it was 2006. I spent a summer in Canada. I tell people all the time in Toronto, if somebody would have knocked you on your head, dropped you off in Toronto, you would not believe that you're not in an American city until the people say you have an accent. I don't know what an American accent is because, you got your people from down south, you got your people from, from up top. I don't know how people outside of the United States think American sound. But for whatever reason, oh, I like your accent. You got a nice accent. Yeah. Like, accent? Motherfucker, you got the accent. Oh, I'm in your country. I have the accent. Ain't that a bitch? But yeah, man. So let me know at the chat at the bottom or whatever, you know what I mean? If you had the bread to up and leave the United States, are you out or you thugging it out? Because I know me. I told y'all once and I told y'all again, I will be out this bitch. America is not for the black man at fucking all. If it wasn't for our forefathers, our ancestors, you know what I'm saying, being reckless and being stupid and being caught up by a white man that didn't know where the fuck he was going. We knew the land, but we still get caught and get shit. Y'all motherfuckers dumb as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm saying it about my my African ancestors. Yes, y'all dumb as fuck. How the fuck y'all have home field advantage? And that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. So this is the SS Experience, streaming on the SMG Podcast Network app. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, re-rate, re-review, resubscribe, download, unsubscribe. Keep that process going over and over and over again until the algorithm thinks that we're popping out here in these digital streets. And I'll holler at y'all when I holler at y'all, but y'all know where I be. Easy.
You're listening to the SS Experience on SMG.